Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, I'm continuing the etheric workday and just processing life in real time, like we all are. I'm in Forest Park. It's beautiful. It was a very nice, lovely day. Earlier, I was running errands, um, trying to get this recording studio built maybe before the sauna, but it's all dependent on money access. But I do have a stained glass guy to do the Kobe part. So yeah, I guess I'll just start with the sauna intro and the theory of podcasting in a sauna. Um, yeah, so the vibe with these saunas, for me it all started at Bethel Farm in New Hampshire, my uncle's farm. And it's been in the fam since Aunt Joyce bought it with some book months. And lo and behold, this old 18th century Cape House or whatevs got turned into a big yoga, industrial, dope ass retreat center. But intermediary, it was a sick spot for my fam and I to visit our fam, the Bethel Bros, all getting jiggy with it in Hillsborough, New Hampshire. So my uncle built a wood stove with his buddy. A wood sauna structure with his buddy abutting their pond. And it has been a part of my life since I saw it, although I don't remember what age I actually entered the sauna. And weirdly, my family had a house in Bethesda, Maryland with a sauna. But I never really did it. It grossed me out when my parents had their friends over. I caught a couple of their friends nude, these old boomers, but I was young and they were mid-age, but they were just full nude Swedes, believe it or not, just getting jiggy with it. Kind of gross for young me. And mostly just smoked weed in that sauna with my friends when I was in high school, and then definitely didn't always go over well with that family life. Mostly had to keep drugs out of the house, guys. But occasionally I'd piss off my dad smoking weed in that thing with my homies. Oh, my dad ruined the fucking Sunday night football, or was it Thursday night? It was. Uncle Chris on the mic, spitting football whiz, dumb to me and my homies, stoned as blazed. And then all of a sudden, dad says he's gonna fucking kick everybody out. Thanks, dad. Mom's there, just silent. Fucking bullshit. Dad doesn't smoke weed because he's white. Classic. Wasp dad, no gracias a la ganja. Yes. Nevertheless, that was my sauna experience at home. Starting with my sweat lodge Jedi level intro to the Lakota Heyoka tradition that my uncle Steve, the Cherokee lineage man, is transmuting via the ethereal process of visiting New Hampshire, I got accustomed to those sweat lodges and then peripherally started transitioning to a sauna vibe. I didn't know much about the old sauna culture. I was barely into my Russian obsession, but starting in college, I got more into Russia. Poli-sci history sort of converged into a general Russia theme for my learning, in addition to Decolonial 102 via Jedi Lev's professor, why did I shush her? Aisha Jalal. Classic reads if you want to know inner workings of psychological power politics up to the partition level. Please pay attention. Partisans of Allah must read. Out of date, hardly. So, geez, via my lineage of my studies of life, I've always just been gravitated to a little warm weather. Call me Jewish, call me unsuitable for cold climes despite my good half or maybe my bad half. Sure. In the winter, does the sauna hit different when you plunge in that motherfucking pond in Bethel Farm? Absolutely. Next loves. So here's the D's, gang. Older cuz, older bro, Chuck Wild, Jedi Steve's son, apprentice, Jed's. I was in college, and I visited Jedi Charlie for a little trip to the Russian baths. Let me just say it electrified me. Did I actually go with Charlie? Did he tell me about it, guys? I can't lie anymore with this Christianity, and I have an immaculate memory. Suffice it to say that I believe I didn't go with Charlie, but he encouraged the going. And then I went with my homie Josh, a Jedi level 12 Jewish cantor. Perhaps he gets it through the bloodlines. He electrified a nation of Carderock when he did a beautiful rendition of the Napoleon song in that Lewis and Clark play. He was Napoleon. If Josh was Napoleon, we might have, who knows? Because he electrified everybody with that beautiful voice. Does it date back to 1200 BC, smoking nuggies and freestyling the Old Testament? Quite pos. Anywho, so within my Cherokee mentality, love me some ciggies. But here's the diesel. So I love saunas. I went to the baths in New York. Occasionally dabble at the gyms in my colleges. And then post grads, getting jiggy with the whole thing within my bipolar come up. Like, it started being an obsessive hobby, guys. When you're bipoles, numero uno, hobbies become weird ways of life. Call them coping skills or call them drug-enabled activities. But whatever is happening with your frame of mind, getting jiggy with various things in negative and sometimes positive ways, you might be attracted to a sauna. So I started going to the saunas with some homies, chatting it up on Maine. Recovery mode in DC, even bets. Oh, a beautiful, diverse city. Lots of chats. Sports related, of course. RG3 trauma syndrome, level 90 trillion. We had to talk it out. Kirk, part of the convo, dude. Sean, RIP, of course. Like, you never know in DC sports, but it's definitely football centric for sure. Perfect for this old guy. Oh, Caleb Williams sauna chats? Yeah, had him, bro. Before Caleb was known to America, he was certainly known to anybody who knows shit about Gonzaga. And let alone DMV football culture. Yeah, dude. So anyways, sauna culture's dope there, and I love these chats. Sure, they were about sports, but within the Bethel Farm framework, where yes, I did start dabbling in college. Yeah, maybe your cousin is nude. It's gross. Boy, girl, not used to it. Please trunk me up here, guys. Did I go nude? Yes. Full nude in front of my uncle for some stupid stoned ass reason, of course. Adderall recovery mode perpetually. Just closing eyes when everybody's naked in there. Yes. Thankfully, this family reunion last summer, clothed up. It's wonderful. So definitely don't go nude, guys. I'm not a nude beach guy. Call me crazed, but I don't show my little peen or perhaps big peen to just about any old G. Although, yeah, of course I get hit on by gays in these saunas in DC. Some dude got hard watching my little soft ass dick be big on Maine. And that's not the only time that's happened, guys. It's a G sauna culture. It's integrated. Straights, gays, we're all just there to ponder. Chats, please. Let's have some talks here. If you're getting hard, get it soft or go outside. And let's just talk it up here. But preferably co-ed and not nude, guys. We're trying to get ethereal Christian mode here. I don't want to see some peens. Sorry, it's just not appropriate. Let alone women, don't subject yourself to our gazes. It's disgusting. Because we're not gay. And so we're looking at things we shouldn't be looking at. So anyways, keep it totally G for clothed up like a Disney movie, but also pretty gay in terms of how we talk, because it's coming, guys. WPM, words per min, faster with the G's, J's, and B's. And so, yeah, here's where it leads to. I just love these saunas, guys. Call me crazed, but I'm reading a John Adams bio in the sauna. And I bought a companion Abigail Adams bio at Powell's last night. I will be bringing that in the sauna. It's hardcover. It'll last a little bit longer. A library copy, yeah, it's in great shape. It's used. But gently. And, so here's the diesel. Within my SIG, it's still burning strong. Ethereal Blues, FT Dubs. They're called Skies, guys. Sky Blue, Carolina Blue, Ed Coda. So basketball, guys. So basically, it's one of my lifelong things. My grandfather played for UNC. There is an asterisk because it was not segregated, because it was segregated. He got lucky as fuck, but he also came back from Dub 2 and had some traumas to process through the game. So do I, perpetually. Life traumas? Yes. My grandfather teaching basketball to kids in Nagasaki weeks after the bombing? For sure. Me teaching basketball part-time in Peru when I visit? Absolutely. Los únicos y las únicas impresionantes. Y vamos a seguir adelante, amigos, porque tenemos temporada y voy a visitarles y para no más enseñar que jugar con ustedes y me va a gustar mucho. Pero en este momento, I'm talking about basketball in English. Eye on the prize here. So basically, I've always played. And I've always loved it. And I have a UNC connection. And I grew up with MJ. And et cetera, et cetera. I could talk about b-ball, monologue style, for too long. Football, perhaps worse, who knows. Spiritual connection to UNC basketball, strongest. That being said, role models in life, aspirational. Me, no bros. Just two younger sisters who are biologically younger but emotionally way older. I need parasocial hangs all the time. Real life hangs, insufficient. Basketball camp, really fun. Not enough though. So I watched basketball and learned because I tried to play, somewhat unsuccessfully. In fact, drastically as a youngin'. But that being said, without going to Make America Healthy Again syndrome, I don't have the time of day for that, gang. I'm going to pivot back to Kobe. Or perhaps to Kobe, because I don't know if I've explained Kobe. Kobe, older bro. Classic love. Brotherly love for Kobe. I grew up with Kobe Bryant. My basketball coach went to Lower Merion. Joe Marnell, Jedi level 12 connection to Sigmund Freud. In fact, I think there's only 4 steps, perhaps 3, between Jedi Sigmund and Jedi Joe. My basketball coach, Joe Marnell. Guess what? Lower Merion Connect. Right off the bat, I'm intrigued. Joe likes Kobe, of course. Everybody likes Kobe? Yes. Unanimous 100%. As he started to come up in the NBA. And then, long story short, I have so many stories until we get to the sad part. When him and Shaq broke up, I classic marriage style picked Shaq. Because within the Kobe older brother syndrome, there's an even stronger one for Shaq. Is it psychological between us? Absolutely, guys. Too much to say. Me and Shaq, Big Aristotle, yes, we're frickin' in our own heads too much. That being said, Kobe should have tolerated Shaq, okay? And so I chose Shaq in the divorce, and I got really pissed at Kobe for years. Was I also a 7 seconds or less truther with the fucking D'Antoni, Steve Nash, Amari sons, not to mention all the amazing other dudes? My Barbosa jersey, yes, it got stolen in a storage unit theft. Would I wear it at pickup before that? Yes. Do I love the 7 seconds or sons? Blah, 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 yes. Was I still bitter at Kobe? Yes. I really took glee in him losing those series, especially the last game. Was it a game 7 where he just kept shooting? Not even. Sorry. What did that series go to? This is 2006 or 7 when he just stopped shooting and just kept passing to his subpar teammates, no offense, and then got some help with Powell and then won a cups. Kobe mode. Basically, it took Kobe passing away for me to realize how much I loved Kobe. And I all of a sudden started obsessively watching YouTubes. And I started obsessively getting into basketball for women, just like Kobe. My WNBA podcast coming up, guys. But for the meantime, I realized me and Kobe have a lot in common because I consider myself within the game of life and basketball perhaps to be more of a LeBron guy insofar as we seem to be wired so similarly. That being said, as an intellectual, I really gravitate towards Kobe's mentality of having done more work than them. So that being said, they're not on my level. And that being said, I have to play with these idiots. Fuck them. So yeah, I'll take pride in finding teammates who get on the levs and otherwise eviscerate people who can't fucking argue. Rhetoric, absent. Socratic method, kill them with kindness. Not Socratic method, fuck them. Larry David method? Sure. Fucking John Adams method above all else these days? Yes. Speak my mind through the Holy Spirit? Of course. And that's the podcast mentality, gang, gang. So despite Kobe's hard edges, he was also relentlessly curious. And if you think the Academy gifted him that Oscar or not, it's the least of what we could have done while he was on this planet Earth. And so what I'm inspired by via Jesus was to build a sauna for Kobe, because if there's anybody I would want in my life to have a sauna conversation with at this moment, it would be Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bean Bryant, slam dunk giant, yes. And so I'm building a sauna part 1. Part 2 is going to be for my homies I play pickup with in the summer in Portland. The court is walking distance and the best run in the city. So that bigger ass sauna is going to be for friends and fam and people to all hang out after we exercise. But the really dedicated one is for couples chats, hopefully eventually, and my podcast recording. So it's going to be a small ass, but somewhat big sauna with the really dope custom whatevs with thermostat settings you wouldn't believe, nor would I, because I haven't really looked into that part yet. But it's going to have some kind of ability to do video potties recorded. And so we can either me solo, processing the news or sports or the WNBA or the meta football, whether it's the World Cup or Argentina, mostly this summer I'll be obsessing, or just my Jedi Christian Brotherhood training theory about football. The American one, Gridiron. Yeah, dude, all those sports things and news things, Democracy Now! Processing with Jedi Amy, Leia Amy, level 9012 million, Night Elf Chewid, and Uncle Tio Juan, a level 2 trillion Latino uncle with wisdom up the wazoo. Yes, I'll be paying attention, let alone to all of the other amazing stars of that show. But I also have to pivot towards explaining the news. So in addition to the DN headlines, I'm going to have to go in explainer mode and mansplain up a wazoo about the news. Because I did all the work for no reason, ultimately, learning all this bullshit about the news. So you guys don't have to. Because I stopped reading the news to write my book, and I'm never looking back the same way again. But really, the fun part of these saunas, specifically the studio one, maybe freestyling some hip hop, but certainly, hopefully, eventually having guests, either personal friends and fam or parasocial friends. Getting them on the pod, getting them to chat, hopefully in Maine. You know, in that little pod, there could be a Cherokee hang with a cigarette right outside. Not smoking in that thing, though. No way. I don't smoke weed, guys. Who cares? It's in droppers now, and it kind of all is the same. CBG unit. Or if you want to go to bed, CB, no, gracias, no quiero despertarme, me voy a dormir por casi 14, tal vez, si tomo demasiado. Pero, guys, this también puede ser una charla latina sobre este mundo boludo de Esteban Miller. Tiene HDS, se enloqueció mucho, ya, se lo agencia por ser celoso, perdón, de los latinos en su barrio, porque ya tenían éxito con las mujeres, tal vez los hombres, pero seguramente tenían éxito sobre todo por ser cristianos y vivir el Espíritu Santo a través de sus interacciones con otros human beings, guys. Stephen Miller, incel. Hold up with some psycho Jewish woman, par for the course. They're littered all over on Twitter, gang. Just do a fucking genealogy test. These motherfuckers segregate with the worst narcissists on planet Earth. You're special, though. It's all good, dude. You guys wrote the book, so nobody else matters. So yeah, enjoy your weird little fucking NPC lifestyle. Kobe didn't have one, that's for sure. West Coast, Best Coast. Yeah. Oh, Kobe Bryant, what would he think about your idiocy not calling out a genocide? Who the fuck knows? But he'd sure as hell laugh at your ass if I explained it to him. Fuck you. But sorry, guys, keep it Christian. Oh, wait, you don't believe all people are considered one under the sun. Never mind. Enjoy your NPC lifestyle. Welfare queens, I've seen them all over the place in Crown Heights. 12 kids so Barry Weiss could propagandize the nation? Sure, what the fuck? Diluting the voting pool of normal people instead of NPC assholes? Sure. please go back to Israel or to Israel. No matter what's going to happen to Israel, please, guys, serving the IRS, IDF, David Foster Wallace, he should have gone to Israel. Maybe would have saved his life. Or he could have gone Rachel Corrie mode and exorcised some demons in the process of immolating himself. Why did he die? For himself. God only knows. But here's the D's, gang. So this podcast is getting made. And I'm excited to share the concept. Who knows who I'm going to farm it out to eventually, because I have a startup to run, also called Plataforma. And so I'm doing this as a FTLOTG situation. And the coup de grace is that the stained glass on my Kobe smaller sauna is going to be done by my friend who does stained glass. And guess what? It's going to have Kobe, it's going to say something to the effect of Kobe Bean Bryant, R.I.P. Kobe B. Bryant, the slam dunk giant, because that was from that Sprite commercial that I just obsessively memorized and would annoy my friends with at basketball camp. Yeah, man, so I miss Kobe. I learned ultimately a lot about how to process my life through Kobe somehow. And I'm excited to share the gospel of saunas, and pliability and flexibility and fascia work, and tapping into memories via fascia work and like back and spinal alignments and stretching. And then for like all the like upper body sports like basketball, tennis, football, etc., baseball, we're really working on like arm, not so much like any sort of like yoga involving strength training, but like a lot of yoga poses drawn out involving sort of like core work and like definitely like spine alignments intermingled with obsessive crazy ass arm stretching. I'll show it sometime. It's dope though, and it really helps for the folks who are even on the ping pong end of the spectrum. Definitely helps, and I'm obsessed with pong. There will be a ping pong table for the summer for sure. Maybe I'll live stream some games, but or matches. But yeah, that's the whole philosophy within my my life of doing this podcast, to promote the book, to promote the startup, to get married, to have kids, to fucking come back to Forest Park with the whole crew. My Bud Light goodie bins fucking windbreaker on point. Siggy went out. But above all else, I'm really excited to undertake this journey because I've had parasocial podcast relationships with a bunch of people. Most prominently Bill Simmons, of course, but also Ryan Rosillo. And yeah, to my gemstones, I went on a pilgrimage in India and long story short, met this microbiologist, and then we connected. I got into this TWIM, This Week in Microbiology, and then the virology one. So many stories about those. Those are two of my faves. Michael Schmidt on TWIM is my favorite professor I've ever had of the sciences, and I've had some good ones. Man, he really explains microbiology so well. And then there's a bunch I've dropped in my rotation. But, you know, I still keep it fresh with rewatchables and, you know, I just don't have that much time. Seneca, I'm coming back, Kaiser, and China Talk with Jedi Jordan. That's the single best rec. To end this one, if anybody wants an alternate news source that's dope, that has somewhat of a backing or steeping in reading the New York Times or something, please migrate to China Talk, guys. It is so good. Jordan, met him in person, brilliant. And I'm really thankful that he wrote about having a TBI before I suffered a TBI because it helped me process my TBI. Sauna mode for TBI survives? Sure, bro. Look at this. Double craniotomy, both sides of the skull off, but the sauna is still strong for me, helping me process that literal trauma, as in the biological. For sure, CBD, guys. Undefeated for brainstem. It helps give your brain a massage in the sauna. Just don't even fuck with THC. Straight up CBD. No psychoactive effects, but it does help your brain. And on that note, guys, I have to continue my etheric workday. It's been so bizarre chatting to you from this fern gully, but I'm in macaw mode these days. I'm just recovering from everything, gang. I'm ugly as fuck today. Or is it perhaps every day? Do I have aphantasia with my face and the general world? For sure. But on that note, jobless, God bless, go with Jesus and Jesus Christ undefeated. Even if you just take up like Ryan Russillo style for life advice, or you do some parasocial brotherly thing like me and Kobe, ultimate authority. Because this advice truly never has failed me if I follow it. And that is 100% my truth and my testimony. And I swear to God on that, because I don't care about anybody else ultimately. Divine authority, who I answer to. Adios, guys.